Hi everyone, I'm LeAnn.
Hello, I'm Jeannie.
We're the Loose Thread Stitchers, and today is Tuesday, September 3rd, and it is Flosstube number 31. And I don't know if you talk about the weather, we're having very nice fall weather right now.
In the last week.
Just the last couple days.
Well, last week was pretty good after we got storms through here.
Right, she lost a lot of trees.
Yeah.
Pine trees.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're cleaning up, and yeah, but it was a week ago yesterday, and then after that it seemed to cool down. Because what was it that day? We were at your house. Was it like in the 90s?
Yeah, it was really hot. Because even we went to a restaurant really close to my house, and the AC in the car wasn't even cooling us off by the time we got home because it was so hot and humid. It was really hot. Yeah, it was. But boy, she's lost a lot of trees.
Most of them were broken off part way up, but a lot of the pine trees were from the ground, but they're leaning, so they're real dangerous. But we had one out here, an American linden, and it was in the top 5 of my favorite trees in the yard. And that just blew over just from the roots. So then on Saturday, the favorite granddaughter and her older brother, the favorite grandson, decided to be kind of nice to climb it with their phones. Well, the granddaughter had her phone, and she fell out and cracked her collarbone. So good thoughts and prayers might help.
She'll be fine. She's young.
She'll be fine, but today was the first day of volleyball, and she's in 2 soccer leagues, and she couldn't cross-stitch the rest of the day.
Oh.
So, yeah, she's bummed all around.
Do you know how long that takes to heal?
Well, they said for the crack, and she's still aligned, up to 4 weeks.
So they don't do anything for it? They just let it heal?
She's got a sling.
Oh, okay.
But I told her, don't keep her arm close to the body because she's going to have problems with her pits. I mean, I said, get air in there. And she can move it behind her back, but she can't move it forward.
Oh.
So, but she can move it out enough, I said, to air out. But, yeah.
That's too bad.
So, she's hoping it's going to be sooner than later because she wants to play sports, so.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, okay, how's her backpack going to fit?
Oh.
So it's like, she said, Grandma, you keep coming up with these things I don't want to think about.
Well, yeah, because I don't know if she could even put on the other shoulder because that might hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. Maybe she needs a school helper. When kids break their leg, they have a school helper help them.
Yeah. I told her, find a cute guy. She rolled her eyes again.
That would be cute. Yeah, because in our school, we had an elevator. So, like, if you broke your leg and stuff, the school helper would always everybody volunteered to be school helper because that's the only time you got to ride the elevator.
Yeah. I think her school's all on one level. Oh. But then it's, a lot of steps between, but.
Yeah, because it was weird to me today because this is the day after Labor Day, and school buses were out like crazy coming here. So it was like, oh yeah, that's right. They go back to school now. Oh, and my one grandson goes today, but then my granddaughter's in the middle school, so she starts tomorrow.
Okay. And Wisconsin started last week, so.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
I wanted to say thank you to Susan Farwell because she has eagle eyes. I showed last month that I finished my welcome sampler, my welcome Quaker, and she pointed out that I had missed a motif, and actually I had missed two. But she saw, believe it or not, that I had missed this little motif right here. But I also missed that one. And of course, Jeannie and her wonderful humor, because see, I had an extra week last month so I could finish this. And then she's saying, oh, so you didn't have an FO. Now I do.
Officially.
Yeah, and I've looked at it 3 times, and I took the pattern side by side. So I'm amazed she saw that. And then I did see that that one wasn't there too. So thank you, Susan, very much, because now it is finished. It's totally finished.
Better now than when framed.
Yeah. Although I don't know if I would have noticed because, you know, once you're done, I wouldn't look at the pattern anymore.
No, but when you were framing it, would you notice that there was kind of a bigger area down there?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know. But I'm happy.
Thank you, Susan.
Yeah, thank you, Susan. I don't know how you saw that, but thank you. Okay, so then we can go on. Do you want to talk? Oh, overview of the month.
It's kind of busy this last month.
Yep, it did. We went to Welcome Stitchery, and we'll kind of talk more about that as we show our haul and stuff. But we met Missy and Kathy from Loose Thread. 2 needles pulling thread. We're Loose Threads. We met the Bougie Sisters.
Stitchers, yeah.
And Coffee, Wine, and Stitches. And then the Boss Stitchers, too.
Yep, and then Tracy from OG Stitchery.
Yep. And then, of course, Justine was there and Shelley from Welcome Stitchery. So we'll
Whips and Sips.
Whips and Sips. So we'll talk more about that as we get into haul and stuff, because that was very fun.
Oh, I didn't shut it up. Okay, keep talking. I'm going to shut the door.
Oh, okay. Then we went on a quilting shop hop. We just took a section of, because the month of August they have the shop hop, the quilting shop hop, and we just took a section, and Julie couldn't come, but we went, in one day we went and did a whole section of it, so we have some fabric to show.
Minnesota State Shop Hop. And
then in April I had taken my Merrily We Welcome Spring from Blackbird Designs down to the Stitchery Nook to Liz, and she framed my piece. So I have a FFO.
So that was another road trip to Iowa.
Yeah, we went down for another trip. So I guess if we go on to FFOs, I can show you my finished. And here it is. It's all framed.
Upside down?
Is it upside down? There it is. It's totally done. And the frame has, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you can. There's little nicks in the frame.
Purposely.
Yeah, it's right, purposely.
I had to carry it in from the car. So.
She was scared. And I wasn't, I refinished my bathroom in our guest room. And so when I had my whole family over on Sunday, and so I showed them all of the letters, like here's LeAnn and Tom, lmrodmyre. You might have to move in for that. I don't know if they can see it. Yeah, it's right there, lmrodmyre. Then I have Brian and Amy, that's my son and his wife. And Garrett, my grandson, is down here for the G. And Kelsey and Jack are 2 grandchildren that belong to Brian and Amy. They're there. Andrew is here. He's with Garrett, and my son Tim, which is here, Tim and Tracy. And then I put Willow in here. She's the one with the white with the black heart. And then Rosie, my other cat, is Calico, so she's here. And then I have a little bitty turtle there. So I showed my family this, so hopefully they won't throw it at the thrift store when I die. But
Oh, that is so
they loved
beautiful.
it. It looks beautiful in the bathroom, so it does. It looks.
Now you can hang it up after you take it home today.
Yep. Well, it was hanging on Sunday.
Oh.
So because everybody was coming, so I did have it hanging in the guest bath. And
So everything is all measured now.
Yep. Everything's. It looks beautiful in there. So. I'm so happy. It makes me want to go home and just keep stitching samplers. Like, get them done, get them done, get them done.
Well, it is September.
Yeah, it is. So I am very happy with that. It looks beautiful.
It is.
I keep walking in there and just
Worth the wait.
looking at it. Yes. So your FFOs are up.
Okay.
She's got a pile, like usual.
I was on
You can keep her busy and she still gets stuff done.
the flamingo kick now. So this one was finished before, so I fully finished Flamingo Frolic by Ellen Daly. I did the pillow.
Cute.
So that's this one.
Oh, I like the back too. Oh, it's on the front too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
And then hands-on design, you had me at Flamingo. I just did the big pillow. Oh, my pin.
Oh, you have a flamingo pin too.
Yeah.
Cute.
And then
Oh.
And then this one was called Welcome Summer, but I did not put the Welcome Summer in. And this is from Rami's Creation. And it was on, oh, I didn't say, this was on 18 count white Ada. I've got them written down. You had me at Flamingo. Yeah, right. It is, I don't know.
Yeah, because that one has...
It's kind of a variegated gray. It's kind of like vintage country mocha, only in white and gray.
Yep, yep.
And then this is on Fabric Flare.
Because it looks like wooden fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So those are my flamingos. Then my husband had put a shelf above my window. So that's where my flamingos are going to go.
Nice.
So then I got...
Well, I know she was lacing, so I know she has some finished framed ones because you said you were busy lacing.
My Dear Heart's Blackbird design.
Was that for your mom?
Yes.
Okay.
And I did this. This is weird because I got this fabric down at Galleria. No, when we went to Color and Cotton.
Oh.
But there was no name on it.
No, they have a lot of that where there's no names on them. Oh, that's beautiful.
And this is
Jeannie.
the call for DMC.
Yeah, that's a color of that's a good representation of the color of the fabric. Definitely. Yeah. Lois Rock Miller.
That was her maiden name. But she signed everything. She put LDRM. Her middle name was Dorothy. So Dad worked out in town a lot in good weather. So, I mean, they'd write notes to each other and she'd put them in his suitcase.
Oh, sure.
So she signed everything that. So I thought I got to put that in there.
Sure.
And then I got her dates.
That's beautiful.
So
that's pretty.
That was. And then this one here is, oh, also when we were down at Welcome Weekend at Welcome Stitchery, Carolyn Manning was there. And the last time we were down there, she was there, or one other time, and I got Sunflower Symphony. And I don't know which is up.
That doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Here it is.
Yeah, Jeannie really likes yellow, so that's right.
That was fun to do this one. And she had, this is printed 14 count Ada. It's kind of a green. She used to do that. She said she doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
So, and then this one is one I had stitched a while ago. It is Modern Folk Embroidery. Yeah, right? Yes. Real Comfort, Jane Austen. So, and this was done as a 200-year anniversary. And they had the dates up there. It was 1817 to 2017, I think, or something like that. But I just put it, those are her birth and death dates.
Oh, okay.
They meant more than, because I didn't stitch it in the year it came out.
I know I'm very late to the game, but I just started watching Downton Abbey. And so that kind of reminds me of Downton Abbey.
Yeah. So I think those are my fully finishes.
Okay. And we can go. Do you have finishes?
I do.
I don't.
Okay. I finished when we were down at Blue Earth.
Oh, yep, you were working on that.
Yeah. This seemed like a good one to take at a retreat. I didn't have to do a lot of counting or whatever. The big one. What do I want to say? Bing Crosby? Freedom.
Freedom. That's pretty.
This is Rosewood Manor, and it's in the called for, I think it's weeks, isn't it? Yeah. Merlot and Bantam.
What's your fabric?
Good question.
Oh, it's right there.
It's by Laura's Fabric, but there's no...
Laura the Creative. Laura's Fabrics Linen.
No, it's Ada.
Oh, it's Ada.
18 count Ada.
Yeah, but there's no name.
No name.
Yep.
So I don't know.
She must not name her fabric.
Well, got the fabric at Galleria too. I got the pattern at Galleria and I got the fabric. So I don't know if there was a special. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Probably not.
Sure.
Okay, and then for my Sunday stitch this last month, I was working on the blue flower. Show the pattern, huh? I showed this last month too.
Yep.
Peace on Earth. It's on 18 count beige Ada with the call for DMCs.
It's pretty. It's kind of got peaches. That's beautiful. It is.
I like it. And the pattern shows a pillow. Oh, that'd be big.
Yeah, when I show you my whip, I think what I'm working on too is big.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm doing 40 count and it's big still.
But I suppose if you put it, well, I don't even know, on the shelf it would be big, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then here is another modern folk embroidery. It's a freebie on the, I don't know, blog. Light a single candle.
You know the fabric?
The fabric is 16 count Mystic
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Ada.
Blue. Yeah.
And I use Sulky thread number 4002, 1/1. This was one that you had to stitch it during the day.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's because it's darker, but it's sure pretty.
Yeah, I like that together.
Yep. That's very pretty.
So, oh, I got another. This also is modern folk embroidery and Evertote and Roxy Floss Co. Holiday Countdown 2023.
Oh, there's two doves? Or two birds, anyway.
Yep. So this is where you get a skein of floss each day for 25 days and then a pattern. And yeah, you don't know what it's going to be until...
Oh, until you're...
Yeah. So this is the second year I did this. I like this one. So it was on... Oops, what's that doing there? 20 count. Whatever the called for was. It came in as a kit, of course. So, yeah. I signed up for it again. I like it. Okay. Oh, this is going to crinkle.
Yeah, some of them are really crinkly.
This is Autumn Quaker. This kit we got down at Color and Cotton.
Yep.
In St. Charles, St. Louis, whatever that was. So it came with Color and Cotton Pumpkin Pie. And this is a 16 count. It isn't on here anymore. Oh, there it is. 16 count Color and Cotton Chantilly. And then you also got
The
backing,
finishing,
yep, and rickrack.
Rickrack.
So this was another one that was like after that blue one, the dark fabric. This was kind of easy because it's all the same.
Oh, the one color.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because I was looking for that through the whole gallery, and then I saw a lady with it, and she said she got it at Color and Cotton. So we went to Color and Cotton, and then I'm looking for it, and I couldn't find it. And then all of a sudden I run into Jeannie, and here she's got it in her hand. I said, now where did you find that?
She didn't tell me it was on her list.
I've just been looking for that.
So when we went down to Welcome Stitchery, like 4 weeks ago? Anyway, it was their welcome weekend. So once a year on their welcome weekend, they have a welcome design. So this was a kit. It came in this bag. It was from Ink Circles, and it's a welcome to my parlor. So it came with the fabric and the floss, and then it also came with a
Oh, cute.
we call these thread organizer card, whatever.
Sure, right. Yeah, that's cute.
And then it came with needles.
Oh, wow.
Whoops, where am I? And then the floss tag with Welcome Stitchery. And all the information you would ever need about Welcome Stitchery.
Yep.
And this is on 16 count Ada Dusty Cottage. Bestitch Me is the type. This is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's out of your norm, to tell you the truth.
You think?
I think.
Kind of gothic, isn't it?
Yeah. Victorian.
Yeah.
But it has a spider hanging and...
But then it's got, and bats.
Yep.
And then it's got this light over the stitching
Right. That's
on the parlor chair.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Then I did a quick Christmas. This is a heartstrings samplery freebie, Christmas Promise. And I did this on 16 count latte by Fiber on a Whim.
Oh, and they spelled honor the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. So that's going to be kind of fun to get that ready. And it was with called for DMC except for the brown. I changed that out. Didn't have that, and there's not a lot of difference in browns. I thought I was pretty safe in doing that. And then, I think this is my last FO. I'm working on Hands-On Design Mad for Plaid. So I've got winter and spring done. I thought it wasn't time to do...
Well, that's another dark one.
Yeah. Okay. Here's autumn. So I did autumn. So now I think I'm going to paint up. I've got the box you know, they go into.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
from 141 Design Company?
Yep.
Yeah. So when I fully finish it then, so that's my finishes, FOs.
FOs. Okie dokie. So we'll go on to whips. Whipadoodles.
You have whips, don't you?
I do, just not very many though. This is, I pretty much worked on this most of the month because I started it at Welcome Stitchery when we were down there. I had started it a couple nights before, but it wasn't right, so I had to rip it out. And the white wasn't showing up, so I had to, at Welcome Stitchery I found a different white. And it's George Decorates for Martha by Plum Street. Because after that Welcome Quaker, you know, I did so much black and stuff, I wanted something with some color, and boy, this has nice color. So this is how far I am on it. And I'm working on that. The house is big and it's full, so I'll be working on that for a while. But again, this is supposed to be a pin keep, and it's big. And I'm on 40 count, so I don't know. Because it called for 36 count colonial brown. And you're probably going to wonder what I am stitching it on, aren't you? I can tell you, because it's in here. I am stitching it on 40 count light hazelnut by JU Design. So, but that's going to be pretty big actually. But the colors are just beautiful. I'm in the fall mood. And this is my very first ever human being I've cross-stitched, George. I've never cross-stitched a human being in a sampler or anything. Nope. That's the first guy. He's my first guy. And then Martha's on the other side of the house, so I'll be stitching her as soon as I stop building my house. But I have the roof done and a couple of windows, but that's what I got done on them. And then I'll talk more about what I'm doing for September, but this is the Quaker Diamonds, and this is going to be one of the ones I'm working on, which I didn't work on anything on September 1st because my family was over and they stay late. And so I am on this big diamond right now.
Is it going to be monogamously?
I am not stitching just one sampler, no.
Okay.
Not for September, no.
Oh, you had a plan, didn't you? 5 and 5 or something?
Yeah, I do have a plan. So this is my Quaker Diamonds by Rosewood Manor, and this is on 28 count mellow. And that's what the called for is. And so last night I did this purple, around the purple, this purple, and then these blue things, and this thing here is what I worked on last night. So I'll talk more about what I'm doing, but this is one of them. So those are my whips.
And that's, when you use the flower thread, is it one strand over two?
This isn't flower thread. This is Valdani thread, and it's 3 strands.
Oh, okay.
It comes on little balls.
So you don't have to separate?
I do separate them, but I put them back together. But
Right.
it comes on 3 strands, and you use all 3 strands. And the colors are just beautiful. I just love the colors, and the variegation is just... Every time I'm stitching, I just sort of stop and look at it, because it's beautiful.
So how does your brain have to refocus going from mostly 40 count down to 28?
No, because I use a magnifier no matter what, so
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
Good.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's more, I mean, in the evenings, not so tiring?
No,
You know-
because I always stitch. Most of my life I stitch on 40.
Yeah.
It's rare that I stitch on anything lower than 40.
Right.
So I'm very used to 40. And with my magnifier, I don't remember what it magnifies, but I see really well.
Do you Would you ever consider doing that on 40 with different threads?
Sure. I'm not going to do it again.
No,
but yeah,
no.
Sure, I would.
Yeah.
If I wanted it smaller, I would have picked smaller.
It's very
fabric.
pretty.
It is very pretty. I love it. And this is probably one of my more done samplers.
Whips, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Closer to the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, it's because this once
It's over half?
Yeah. Oh
About?
yeah, I'm over half because I'm here. And yeah, I don't have anything across, but I have all this done up here. So I'd say I'm maybe a hair over half. Yeah. And the letters go fast and stuff, but the diamonds,
motifs.
the motifs. I always think, you know, this is her design, and when I'm working on this, I thought, how did you think of that? How did you draw that up and think of that? And then how did she decide what colors to put where? So this one fascinates me because
For letters.
Yeah, it's very interesting to me how she did this. And I have the fall one, I have the spring one, I have the winter one, so.
And is the only thing over one the itty bitty letters?
Yeah, the really tiny little letters are over one because there's a big letter, but then this W here. Yeah, every letter has a little letter, and she said you could skip that if you don't want to do over one. She said you wouldn't notice it. But I did them. It's not hard. And on 28, it's really not hard.
It is beautiful.
It is. It's very pretty. So those are my whips for the month.
Okay. What my new Sunday stitch is, it's by Sweet Wings Studio, and it's Strong and Courageous. This was from Cornhusker State Stitchers. This was designed for them in honor of Terry's grandson, Jamie's nephew, and some of the proceeds goes to St. Jude.
Oh.
So I'm stitching this on 16 count Rain by Witchell, and this is what I got done. Be strong and courageous. So,
pretty.
with the called for colors. Floss, yeah. It's kind of like, it's only Tuesday. I can wait until Sunday.
Oh, that's your Sunday stitch?
That's my Sunday stitch, yeah. And then when we were down at Welcome Stitchery, at Justine, always has something going on. So here is the Christmas with JBW. You had to buy a chart from her, JBW chart. And then it's due in November sometime. So I chose this one, Christmas Smalls. There's 5 of them. So I have...
You don't have to do all 5 by November though, right?
I don't know. So, yeah.
Email a picture of your completed project. So you think you have to do all 5?
I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
I don't. They're small. Okay, so here is the tree that's on the front, and this is on. Oh, I got it in here. It is 16 count Tumbleweed by Forbidden Fiber. So here is the tree. See, it's real tiny. And then here, this is going to be a strawberry.
Oh, okay.
I haven't ironed it yet.
And that's done?
This is done.
Oh, okay.
So these 2 are done. And so then it's just this small bouquet here, this small one here, and then this little one here. And I think they're only like 30 by 30.
Yeah, they're little.
At that. It's just going to be putsy because, I mean, it's like confetti. Then you stand back and you got a picture. So, but that's on the horizon. So I got 2 done right away, and then it's like, okay, enough of that. Oh, and then for I'm also working on now Fall on the Farm. Little House Needlework. So I've been outlining. So this
Oh,
is...
yeah, you got quite a bit of the outline done. Yeah.
This is what I got done. So, ways to go.
Yeah, but you've got the outlining done. That helps a lot.
Yeah. And it is all the for colors, but I don't know what Ada this is.
Yep, I don't know what to tell you.
18 count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mystery. What do they say? 18 count mystery.
There you go.
Mystery.
And those are my whips.
Okie dokie, we go on to bags. Last time I showed my bags, I have a couple more here today, but Jeannie didn't have her bags with her, so I'll let her start, because I only have 2. And I showed all mine last time. So.
Okay. So these are, this one here.
Oh, that's Tenley's.
Yep, the favorite granddaughters. And then she needed a second one. So she picked out this fabric.
Oh, because I like the top. It looks like cross-stitch fabric.
Yeah. So then, well, as long as it was out, I made this one.
Yep, that one's pretty.
And then
Summer
this
Wednesday,
one.
That's cute.
And this has the tomatoes on the back.
Yeah.
Then this, we got this pillowcase from Mary Beth
Yep.
from Iowa. So this is another Sunday one. When I got this fabric, the fabric reminded me of a man's suit.
Yeah, it did.
So I thought, okay, he'd wear that on Sunday, wouldn't he? But I wanted the embroidery to show up because that was done so beautifully.
Yeah, her mother, those are from Mary Beth's mother, and she did a beautiful job. I'm amazed at the embroidery. It's very beautiful.
And then Teresa Colgate.
Halloween.
And then here's a snow day stitch. I can put some of my snow day fabric or stitches in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dick and Jane. Okay, we're dating ourselves because we read Dick and didn't you read?
Those were some of your first books.
Well, and the favorite granddaughter I had got the ones that they were all together.
Yep.
And I mean, when she was in preschool, she was reading them and she thought she was. And here's another Christmas one.
That's pretty.
And then I think we got this one from Mary.
Right. Was it a table?
Yeah, kind of a table runner because there was 2 ends.
Mm-hmm.
So those are mine.
And then the 2 bags I made. This is my favorite things.
Oh, cool.
When we were on our shop hop, you know the store we stopped at and we were early? Must have been the first store.
Oh, walk on.
Yep. Right by the cash register, she had a bunch of little quilts you could make. And then I didn't embroider this. It was embroidered by a machine.
Oh, fun.
But she had all these little quilts you could make with different...
With those already done, blocks already done?
Yeah, these were already done. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, I'll make a bag out of it.
Yeah.
And this is the fabric that came with it. So when it has strawberries and scissors.
Oh, that was a kit for a block?
Yeah.
Nice.
I know. And so I thought, well, shoot, that's easy because I don't have to embroider anything. And then,
that's better than a block.
Yeah, this was a pillowcase. And so I just made the... cut it down. And it said sleep and then well, but it would have been way too big for a bag. So I just, you still see a little twirly from the sleep and the well, but.
And you don't want sleep well when you're stitching.
No, you don't fall asleep. Not while you're stitching, no. Okay, so now we're going to move on to haul. So we'll start with Welcome Stitchery because that was our first one of the month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Welcome Stitchery, she had the welcome weekend. And then the girls from Maine were coming, Missy and Kathy from 2 Needles Pulling Thread. And there were 6 or 8. I think 6 came from different directions and then 2 more drove or something,
Right,
right?
right.
Right. So we met a lot of people. And to me, that was the funnest time I've had anywhere. It was so fun to meet all of them.
And a few stick out more than others. Hi, Tracy.
Yeah. Tracy, we met Tracy and we come in and she's in the hallway and she's just standing there smiling.
OG Stitchery. She has a Flosstube.
She does have a Flosstube, and she actually was there, like, she planned it. She did all the planning and set it all up of where they were going to go and what they were going to do. And but we met Missy and Kathy.
Rhode Island Deb.
Yep. And the Bougie sisters. Stitchers, not sisters.
Right, Jen and Nancy.
Yep.
I think Jen is in Ireland now, or close to going.
Oh.
Hope you have a safe and wonderful trip.
And we met 2 Marys.
Yep. Mary Fleming, she goes to Welcome Stitchery, and so does the Mary that sat across from us.
And then Shelley had her sister there. Shelley and Justine are Whips and Sips. And then Justine owns the store. And then Shelley had her sister there, Shannon. And then Shannon had 1 daughter or 2?
2 daughters. Both daughters were there. She has a teacher and a preacher for daughters.
And then there was another lady that had Coffee, Wine, and Stitches. Was her Flosstube. And then the Boss Stitchers were there.
Yep. 2 ladies.
Yep.
They're from Boston,
and
right?
we met Mona and Dee. Well, we've met Dee before.
Yeah, they're locals.
They're locals. But the place, how many think were there?
Oh, I don't know. And then, like I said, Carol Manning was there. She had kind of a trunk show and some patterns.
It was so much fun. It was just so cool to meet all those people in person. And
then Shannon's daughters had games going on throughout the days.
Yeah, it was really fun. And there was a lady there that she was making T-shirts, several, and just like hers. And Missy showed hers on theirs. Missy had this one. But she had 4 different kinds? 4 or 5? And then she had scissor fobby things and... I'm
thinking this is her.
I Got You designs.
Yeah. So, yeah, she had a table set up out in the
hallway. Yep. It was...
She did this bag.
To me, it was just... I don't know. I had the most fun there that I've had anywhere. It was just... I don't know. Everybody was so nice and so... I mean, we were laughing every 3 seconds, I think.
Oh, and then Amy sat across from us.
Yep. And then Deb, we talked to Deb for quite a while. She was fun. I mean, Missy, and then Missy, since we're on haul, Missy, I'm standing there looking at threads. I was kidding up stuff, and she shows me this thread. She goes, "Oh, LeAnn," she said, "this is a really good Christmas thread, and it's called Noel." And she says, you just love it. It works really good. So I had to buy. So Missy's a good seller. She is. And then I just kitted up. This is Hello Fall. And so I got all the thread. And then this is Pins and Needles from Annie. Annie Bees. Yeah. And I got all the threads. And then Beggar. This is from Threadwork Primitive Beggar's Night. It's that. And I got all the threads for it. And then I called Justine and asked her if she had this, so she put it up to the side for me. Sewing and Sundries from October House. And then I got the Doodle Maker.
Oh, I got that. Oh, no, I got this one.
Oh, you got Thankful. There's a Thankful one. And then the fabric I found I'd never seen is from XJU Designs. It's called Rustic Sheep, and it's really kind of cool. I don't know. Yeah, there you can kind of see it. It's got... I don't know, it looks tweedy or something. It just was cool looking fabric, so I got that. As far as that, I think that's what I got at.
Oh, we're just doing what we got at.
Do you want me to keep going? Should I just do it?
If you want to just do all your haul?
Yeah, is that what you want me to do?
Sure.
I can. Okay, so then when we went down to Osage to get my finished thing. I got bee's knees. This is 32 count.
Her finished thing is called her beautiful sampler.
Yeah, my beautiful sampler I showed you in the beginning. Yes. This is bee's knees, and this is 32 count. And Liz just kind of laughed at me. She goes, you know, you're buying 32 count? Because I always buy 40. And I did buy bee's knees in 40 count, and I'm putting that. She wants to do a Hockran Hollow start along. So I found bee's knees in 40 count. And so I'm going to use that for my Hockran Hollow. And I have Autumn at Hockran Hollow, and she has farms at Hockran Hollow. So you'll see that at some point. But then Liz had 2 boxes that had just come in, and so she's opened them. She says, you want to look at the fabric? So then I got Haunted. This is 40 count Haunted by, I don't know. Who, it was all by what? Was it Seraphim?
I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't.
There was
I don't
only
remember.
one or
It was
two.
all from somebody. Yeah, I don't remember. But this is Haunted. And she had the whole yard, so then she let me pick what part of it I wanted off of it. And then on the, well, that's quilting. Was this quilting then? This I just ordered. It's pumpkin scissor fob, and it has a spool, and you cross stitch that, and then you make a pumpkin. I'm not going to do the scissor fob. I just want to put it on my shelf. But it comes as a whole kit, and I got it on Etsy. And it's, if you look up Sampler Bird Stitchery, she sells these. She sells the whole kit. And I think she has a video or something I can watch too, but I don't think I'll need to. I think it'd be funny. And then I got Boneyard. This is Bestitch Me. Oh, I know why, because Bestitch Me put out an email that she had pre-cut, you know, fat quarters, and if you wanted to order any, they could be shipped right away. So I got Boneyard, and I got one more reproduction, just a fat quarter, 40 count. I think for cross stitch, that's all I got.
Okay. When we're down at Justine's, I got this fabric flare Meadowview Landscapes. So it's the printed. So it's kind of, you know, you've got the blue on top and then the green on the bottom.
Oh yeah, it variegates to a different color.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Yeah, because it looks like blue sky on the top, and then it gets like more into ground.
The meadow.
Okay, the meadow.
And this is 18 count Ada in the color Willow.
My kitty. My willow doesn't look like that.
And then I got 20 count Atomic Ranch Hura. It's kind of a whitish blue, gray.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
And then Morning Lilac, Atomic Ranch 18 count. That'd be either for like Halloween or Easter. And then Carolyn Manning, I bought violets for Vera. She said Vera was her grandmother, so she kind of made this for her.
Who was sitting across from us? Mary.
Mary, that was...
Mary was making, it was like a grandmother's flower.
No, it's Granny Square.
Granny Square, yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah, and it was big. It was beautiful. That's why I got it.
Absolutely beautiful, and Carolyn didn't have it, but we could order it online if we wanted. But to see it in person,
but
it
that's
was
what
gorgeous.
These are Granny Squares.
Okay.
And then this is Granny's Sunflowers. But yeah, it was. And then I got last year's Welcome, and this was a kit.
Oh yeah, you got all the thread.
Yeah, all the DMC and fabric. And then when we were at Osage, I got this one because Tracy from OG Stitchery is going to have a stitch along, a start along, whatever. So I got this and I started to kit it up.
Tracy was cross-stitching. It was a Halloween, and it was Vincent Price. And she had finished kind of all of his outline, and she was starting to work on his shading, and that thing was so cool looking.
Yeah,
I mean,
so realistic.
It did look. It looked like Vincent Price, kind of what, as like Dracula, sort of, or
I suppose. I mean, he played mostly those roles.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't he?
But it was so lifelike. I mean, it was pretty cool, and she hadn't even started most of the shading, so it was pretty cool.
I think she posted it on Instagram. Did she finish it?
Oh, did she? Okay, I'll have to look.
Yeah. And then from Cornhusker State Stitchers, I got this one from Goodness and Mercy from Sweet Wing Studios.
Bluebird.
Yep. And then Freebirds. There. From Sweet Wing. And then I got that flag that's also a chart, but it's a sticker right here. And then put an order in with Justine, and I got Halloween Quilt by Primrose and Halloween Quaker.
Yeah, I ordered those both too.
And then she had the threads to go with it. So, and then like when LeAnn was talking when we were down at Welcome Stitchery, and the gal who made the shirts did these key rings. So there is a daisy. And I got a chicken. And a strawberry. And then Justine had these for us.
Yep.
The oofta. And then here is a patriotic thimble and scissors. And then Justine, I don't know if it was Justine or who put it together, but they had like 3 raffles. And the money was going to, was it by Rochester for autism awareness or some autism related charity. And you would you put in $1 and you wrote your name on a slip of paper and you put it in the jar, whatever. I won one. And I won this packet.
Wow.
So it's Stony Creek. And it is Peace. And these are flat folds. So it doesn't come with any of the floss or fabric, but it comes with the cardboard and everything to make the flat fold. And then there's, what is this one here? Santa Joy.
Oh, that's cute.
We have Winter Blessings. And Welcome.
Wow, that was a good $1 you spent.
Plus,
wow.
It has all of the buttons and some, what's that, rainbow thread and different things, beads and stuff to embellish.
Oh yeah, there's candy corn.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, it was quite the packet when it came.
Yeah.
So thank you. I showed those to the favorite granddaughter, and oh. Before the accident, she was all enthused. Okay, so that's my haul.
Okay. So then now we'll move on to plans for September. I watch Carol Saltbox Stitcher and who was the other one I watched? Celeste Creates, and then Karen from Recovering Monogamous Stitcher. They were all going to do a sampler September, and they were going to do various things. And I thought maybe I would do like a 5x5, because Karen kind of talked about that too, that if you did 5 different whips or starts or whatever, and you worked on them for 5 days, and that would still leave you about 5 days or so to you know, work on something else. So I thought I would pick 5 of my samplers that I have started or whatever. I do have one thing that I pulled that I might start as one of them, but that the Diamond Quaker is one of them that I just showed you. This one is the start I was thinking of doing, was Olga's Autumn Stocking, because I've had it kitted for so long and it's so pretty, and I've seen so many people working on it that when you see it in real life, it's very pretty. And it calls for 32 count vintage pearl barley, and I do have it. It's kitted and all the thread. So that would be a start.
Well, it's all fancy floss too.
Yep.
I suppose mostly Plum Street aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know if she uses much, you know, but there's the colors. It's, I mean, I've been wanting to do it for so long. And on 36, it's 8.5 inches by 18.5. And Carol did say, make sure when you start it, you start over on the right side because the foot goes to the left. So I have that in my head.
Yeah, if you start at the top.
Right, because otherwise you'd be in trouble. Oh, that's our fob. Oh, that ain't good, but that's okay. Oh, while you're
We're still going.
No, but to stop, we'll be in trouble. Christmas Quaker I started a while ago, and it's I'm working on 40 count antique lace. And here it is.
Is that a blackbird?
Yeah, blackbird. And it's, what's the book called? Home for the Holidays is the book. There's a bunch of stuff in here, but this is the Christmas. And this is as far as I've gotten. So I think it goes this way. That's how far I got on it. This antique lace is one of my favorites. And the thing about it is when you buy antique lace, every time you get it, it's different. So sometimes it's really light. Sometimes it has way more modeling in it, so you get more of the gold or tans in it. It's funny because I have like 6 pieces of antique lace and every single one is so different. But that, I want to work on that. So that's on my list. And I thought, well, I'll show you what they look like now and then you'll see them at the end of the month.
Is it just 4 colors of floss?
Yep.
Wow.
It is. It is, it is, it is. And I can't remember if I switched it out because see, like it calls for Calico Kitten and I have this red. You know, and my brain keeps telling me that yeah, isn't it Lori Holt?
Oh.
I'm thinking it's a conversion from her.
Oh.
I'm not positive because I mean, and I don't have anything written in my book because I look, but these threads are different than what it's called for. So I picked somebody else's. I keep thinking it's Lori Holt's conversion.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's beautiful. So don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. And then this one is Our Lasting Friendship and Jeannie's long had
Oh,
hers
mine
done.
is up there on the right there.
Yeah, she's had hers done for a long time.
Well, I think mine is dated 2022.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is, I mean, I've got a chunk done, I guess. I don't know if you call it a chunk or whatever, but anyway.
At the border.
Yeah, got border.
Or part of,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
'cause
got,
that's all the border is.
yep. So I got that much of it done. So I thought I'm going to work on this one, get some more stuff done on it. And I took a picture of Jeannie's because all of our friends, there's 5.
Well, the pattern shows what, 6 little
Yep.
cartouches to put it. And I put 4.
Okay.
So then I kind of moved things around, added a different motif in there too to fill in.
Yeah, so I snapped a picture. She sent me a picture of what
Yeah.
it goes in the middle.
Because I didn't
so
chart
did
it. I just.
And then this
I was
one is
young and dumb.
the Smith sampler, and I love this sampler.
Oh, is
my
that with the
gosh.
swan?
Yes, I love, 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 love this sampler. So I want to work on this some more.
So then if you're doing 5 samplers, 5 days each, you won't have time for Georgia Martha anymore, or...
I will, because I'll have 5 days at the end.
Well, you'll have 4, because you used one...
Right, but it's September
Sunday.
only 30, not
Yep.
31. Oh, okay. So there's my Smith sampler.
And then you might get kind of anxious and maybe do 6 for some of them, huh?
6 days?
Yeah.
Well, if I want to hit them all, I guess I have to not do 6.
Right. But I mean, if there's 1 or 2 that you're
And
flowing
that's
real
what it
good.
looks like. So there's quite a bit to do on this. But I just love that border is amazing. I mean, I love everything about this, the colors, everything about it. And I'm doing it on 40 count vintage meadow rue, which is what it's called for by
Okay.
Lakeside Linen.
And the floss, everything's called for.
Yeah, and I'm using, I think this one is silks, yep.
Oh.
Yep, this is silks.
Was that called for, or was that a conversion?
Nope, that's called for.
Oh. Is that
They
your needle?
are...
Oh, pin.
Yeah. They are, there's Belsois, Dinky Dyes, and Gloriana.
Oh, so you have all 3 brands?
Yep, because they give you different, you know, you do so many from this, so many from this, so many from that. Yep. So yeah, they're, and I do like these silks. These silks are nice. They're very soft. They're different. They feel different than...
But there's 3 different brands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So that one I want to work on because I love this one so much. I really love, 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 love it. That one is one of my favorites. And then, of course, my last one, which is my biggest one, is I Had a Father, Kind and True.
Oh, you haven't worked on that for a while, have you?
No, there it is. And this one's big. And it's on 46 count Old Sheep by X Jude Designs, and that's what I have. And it's all 103s. And this one is, I mean, I've got a chunk done. But like I say, it's big. It's not, it's bigger than my thing. So maybe what I'll do is just hold it up. There, Jeannie! I have that much done on it. And I've got the whole top I've curved. So that's the size it will be as far as...
Is it pretty square? Or is it...
It's kind of square. Yeah, it's pretty square.
Okay.
And I've made, you know, like these big flowers. This is the flower I'm on now, and they're bigger. And that one, boy, I had a love-hate relationship with that one. I don't know how many times I ripped it out. And that's when it got put away for a while. So then I took it out. And like Jeannie says, why are you... I mean, it's like...
You should be in timeout, not your sampler.
Yeah, that's true. And I just got irritated with it, so I put it away. And this, you know, people talk about different sized fabrics. This is 46. And I mean, like I say, I always use a magnifier, but this is definitely smaller. I mean, it's definitely a smaller count. So I like... I mean, I love it. I love everything about it. So I will keep working on this. But this one's going to take a while because it's big. Okay, those are my plans for September.
Yep. Well, I'm going to work on my fall on the farm, and I'm going to do my Sunday stitch, be strong and courageous, and then the rest of the time I'll wing it. Whatever moves me.
Do you want to do your wool and then I'll do turtle tidbits? Because
okay,
a lot of people... If people leave before turtle tidbits,
I got this. It was kind of a semi-kit at Buttermilk Basin.
Oh, Missy, BOM means Block of the Month. And since you're a new quilter, I mean, there's a lot of things the same as kind of cross stitch has their initials. BOM means Block of the Month. Is that a Block of the Month?
No? It doesn't say.
No.
It's Spooky Pillows. It was 5. There's 5 pillows here. And it came with the wool and then the flannel backing. So I got them all done and I sewed them, but I just haven't stuffed them. So there is the ghost.
They're cute.
The witch's hat. The cauldron.
See, but to me, those are big pin keeps too. They're not small.
Yeah, but they're not like Peace on Earth.
No, you're right.
The jack-o'-lantern and the haunted house. So now I'm debating whether to do polyfill or sawdust. I like the effect of sawdust, but I don't know how hard it will be to get it off of the wool. You know, as you're stuffing it, you always have overspill. Yeah. So I did line it with the fusible fleece just so I didn't poke anything through. You know, sometimes it stretches. So, yep. So that's my wool right now.
Okie dokie. So we're going to move on to turtle tidbits now and then quilting. So those of you that don't stick around Happy stitching, and we'll see you next month. So for turtle tidbits, this month I had several questions people asked me about turtles, so I thought I would kind of do a question and answer thing. And so Mary Lee asked, she didn't realize that turtles shed their scutes, and that's the sections of their shell. And if you go back a couple of videos, I talked about that.
Well, last video, I think it was
Gumball.
Yeah, and
I did pull one off and show it, and that's when she said I didn't realize so go back one more, because I did.
No, two more. So go back one or go back three.
Three, because I had a handful of scutes and I explained it in more detail.
That was at your house, though,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Right. Yeah. So you're right.
Yeah.
And then Sandy Kelmeyer, she wanted to know how long I've had turtles as pets and have been nursing them, and I have had turtles since 1991. And I've been, gosh, I don't remember when I got my first sick turtle, but I'd say it was a few years after that I started, when I worked for a school district, and I was a computer tech, and just spreading of the word and me talking about turtles and stuff, people started bringing me turtles, or some friend would have a turtle and talk to a teacher about it, and the teacher would come and say, I have a friend with a sick turtle, so I mean, word just spread that I took care of turtles. So then I just started getting turtles. And then I had 2 reptile vets, and one of my reptile vets, Petco, had some sick turtles, 3 sick turtles, and they called her my vet, and then my vet asked me if I would help her take care of them until they got better, so I did that. So, I mean, people have been bringing me turtles for years, just being sick, and it pretty much just has been word of mouth. I haven't advertised or just. So since about 1991 is when but I've had turtles all my life. I mean, ever since I was a kid, we had a cabin up north, and my dad would let me bring home baby turtles, and then I got to keep them for a week, and then when we went back up to the cabin, I would let them go. And I mean, I had frogs. But
it hasn't been, what, 20 years maybe, a little more, since you got the big tank?
Yeah, I've only had the big tank, I think, 8 years. I looked it up. I think I've had the big tank 8 years.
Oh, I thought, okay. Yeah, I suppose we were meeting at the library when
I had
we were doing
a special, the one that you guys see behind us all the time, that one I had specifically made. It's acrylic, and I ordered it. And when my husband was working, it actually got delivered to his work, and then he borrowed the work truck to get it to our house, because it's 8 feet long, and it's 3 feet wide, deep, whatever. And it sits on a base, so that was a big production to do that. And my husband still thinks I'm nuts. So my son helped me do all the plumbing underneath. I mean, I showed him what I want to do, and Brian is very good with my son. He just knows how to do stuff. So I showed him videos and stuff of how I wanted it, and. It's funny because the more water you have for turtles are very messy, especially if you feed them. I don't feed them in the tank. I feed them in Tupperware tubs on the island. I have Tupperware tubs every other day.
Up in the kitchen?
Up in the kitchen. I feed them every other day in those tubs, because they kind of, what goes in, stuff comes out. So it helps keep the tank more clean. But the more water you have for a turtle, believe it or not, the better it is. It stays cleaner. It kind of...
Oh, it filters or disperses, or
right. It does, because and then my filtration underneath is it has good bacteria which eats the bad bacteria. It's a whole ecosystem going on underneath. So it takes me 5 minutes to change the filter, and that's all I have to do with that big tank. But you have smaller tanks, it takes a lot more work to keep them clean. It really does. And then Cheryl wants to know what happens to unfertilized eggs, and are they used for anything? Well, I don't use unfertilized eggs for anything, and I let an egg go as long as it can, even though by now I know when I have an unfertilized egg, but I let it go until it actually, what happens is it shrivels up. It just sinks in itself. It'll stay puffed for, probably a week, maybe 2 weeks. and then all of a sudden it'll just shrink. And you know when the shell hits the other shell, that you can't have a turtle in there. There's no way there's a turtle left, because the whole top will sink into the bottom, and there's no way, and it stays really yellow. It turns kind of orangey yellow, whereas when the egg is fertilized, it starts with a little dot on the top of white, and then that dot spreads over the egg, and it turns all white, and it gets harder, so that you know. And then after a couple weeks, you can see blood veins inside of the egg and stuff, so you know it's a living egg. Whereas you'll see this other egg start shrinking, and it stays yellow, and it even gets more yellow, because there's oxygen going in and out of those eggs, so it's losing oxygen. And if you just left an unfertilized egg, it would totally shrivel up and dry up and get moldy, and it's yucky. So people, I know people eat turtle eggs. I wouldn't do it, but people do. So that's what I do with my unfertilized turtle. I just leave them until I absolutely know there's not a turtle in it. And then NG Heiss asks, do turtles and tortoises get along in nature and in captivity? Well, turtles are more water. Turtles are like 90% water. They come out of water to bask, but they actually live, eat everything in water, whereas tortoises live on land. And you don't really see tortoises in Minnesota. We don't have any. Tortoises are more desert-driven. Hot Florida has tortoises. I mean, all of the desert.
Would there be nowhere for them to brumate or hibernate or anything?
They actually do opposite. When they're in like Pakistan or whatever, they actually hibernate in the summer when it gets really hot. They do opposite of what a turtle does. A turtle hibernates in the winter when everything freezes over. But a tortoise, if it gets really hot, they kind of brumate. They'll dig down into the ground, and they'll stay down there till it gets cooler. Or like if they find a cave or something, they'll go into the cave and until it gets cooler. And then a lot of times tortoises will come out towards evening, because then it's cooler, and then they'll go cooler places during the day, because deserts and stuff get hot. Tortoises are land, turtles are water. They're all turtles. It's everything is a turtle, but then you distinguish between a land tortoise and a turtle. They're different. So I don't know that they would ever meet on land. And I can't tell you what would happen if they did. They'd probably smell each other and keep going, because they don't.
Well, it's just like different species of turtles don't intermix.
No, there's a few that you'll see hybrids where something happened and they did mix, like I know a Blandings turtle mated with a painted turtle, or a wood turtle. I've seen that in the past, but it's very, very, very few. And then those are sterile. They don't, because that's nature's way of protecting the species. They won't be able to procreate that hybrid. It doesn't work. So I hope that answers that. Linda Skinner asked, does Willow bother the turtles? And Willow is my cat, White. She does not bother the turtles. She came in after the turtle. She's only 5 years old, and I've had turtles forever. So to her, it's nothing to have the turtle swimming around. She didn't even bother him. She has, when I've been cleaning out the tortoise, is I have the door pulled, because my tortoises have to have warmth. So there's always heaters in the tortoise house, and I slide the doors to pick up poop or whatever is going on in there, change their water, put in food. But once or twice she's jumped in there, but I think she's jumped in there just to see, well, what the heck's in here? Because if I open a closet door at home, she jumps in the closet door, what's in there, but she doesn't. I don't even know that she notices the turtles at all. I think just because she came in after them, so
and they don't interact with her. So.
No, so she doesn't. Nothing. Okay. And then Edwina Bang asked, how old is my oldest turtle? And Albert is the male painted turtle. I got him in 91, so he's 33 years old. And then Splash is my oldest albino, and I got him in 92, so he's 32 years old. They can live.
Now, does turtle have years like dogs?
No.
Okay, so.
They live, and turtles, depending on the species, some of the tortoises can live 100, 150 years old. some I think even up to 200. Turtles, usually our turtles live anywhere from 30 to 50 years. And if they're in captivity and you've kept them healthy, you're going to hit closer to the 50-year range. Out in nature, things can happen, you know, so they have a little tougher life out there because some years they get a lot of food, some years they don't get so much food. So, you know, they might have a shorter lifespan then, but I think my turtles will live pretty long, I think. I hope. Well, 30, 32, and 33, they're still chugging right along. So, so that's all I have for turtle tidbits. Okay. So we can move on to quilting. Thanks for the questions. If you have any more, bring them in. I'll answer them. I like questions and answers. It's fun. And all of our comments are so fun. One lady said she's in Florida. Deborah, and she says in Florida when it's so hot, they call it air you can wear. I thought that was funny.
Yep, I asked her if we can use that.
Yep, air you can wear. Okay, so we'll go on to quilting. Jeannie has some towels first.
We were on the shop hop. One of the shops had these kits, so I got to put buttons on them yet, though.
Those are cute.
So that was for some of the Minnesota fabric. And then, of course, it's the season.
She's a Green Bay Packer fan.
There we go.
Isn't Brenda Blue, Michigan?
Yeah, but that's college. Yep.
Yeah.
And then here's another Minnesota.
Paul Bunyan.
And then I did a farm one.
Cute.
So, yeah.
And then your quilt on the wall.
Oh, on the back, on the design wall, it was from Club, and they gave us this pattern with a bag of potato chips. So it's called Potato Chip Block. And they have different sizes down here to make the quilt. So I did 2 inches by 3.5. And so those are the blocks. You do opposite. You start off with dark in the middle, then you start off and the next one with white in the middle, and you do rounds. And it says you could do more rounds than the 4 or the 3, but it came out to a 12.5-inch block doing it that way. So I got the blocks all done. They're not sewn together yet. So I thought I'd get that measured up so when we go to the Wisconsin Quilt Show, I can get backing.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
And then this quilt here is just, a friend had given me a yard of this car hop fabric. And so I just cut them up and made rows of the different car hops. And it's funny because, you know, you talk to the grandkids and it's like, what? Why are they doing that with food? So, and my first job was at the A&W root beer stand in the area.
Oh, it was?
Well, I should say that's my first job I was hired for. And then when I was to start that, I got hired for a retail job that paid twice as much. So I never really delivered food on a tray.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now we'll go on to haul. So then down at Welcome Stitchery, there's a quilt store down the block. And
Michelle's?
And I don't know, if you're a quilter, you've probably seen this. I think this is from Primitive Gatherings. She's got this fabric. Yep. And Justine is working on it. She's embroidering it. So she has red thread over it. And you just go over the outline with red thread. So I would like to do that at some point. I don't know when. But he was really cute. So I got him because I collect Santas and he's a Santa. And then Michelle's had this vintage little snow guy. So I'm going to make some bags with this. And then the blue in this is really different. And she had the blue to go with it. So I got the blue.
That's good when you can get it from the same line.
Right, because then it's kind of a gray blue. And I thought, oh, that's going to be kind of tough. And then this is from, the Cutting Edge. quilt store closest for us. And this is just panels. I thought for some more Halloween bags. And then this is, I thought this fabric was kind of cool because it's at an angle, so then I'll use it for, you know, the top of the bag.
Are they supposed to be placemats, or what are they supposed to be?
Yep, placemat,
Okay.
yep. Does it help if I do that? Yeah, I guess they are. Yep.
4 of them?
Yep.
Cute.
And then on our shop hop, I found this vintage. It's little guys on reindeer with cowboy hats.
Just what you would expect.
And they had it in red too, so I asked Jeannie, I said, do you like the red or the black? And she said the black, and I said, good, because that's what I like too.
Pops.
Yep. So then I found this green with presents, because they have presents, they're carrying presents. So I thought, well, that could be the top of the bag. And then they had this white stuff, so I thought that can be the inside of the bag. They're upside down, I don't know, doesn't matter. And then I found this vintage snowman, but she only had 2 fat quarters left, so I bought the 2 fat quarters.
Frosty is sledding.
Yep, he's sliding. And then she had this red, so I thought, well, that'll go for the top of the bag. And then this I ordered. I thought this was pretty cool. These little labels. There's tomatoes and vegetables, and they're
But are they people?
yeah, they're like Halloween-y, sort of. It was in Halloween, so yeah, it says
Okay.
like trick or treat here. There, on the
Yeah.
edge, it says trick or treat. Yeah, they're kind of weird looking people, so I thought, well, that'd make kind of a funky bag. Why not?
Why?
And then this lady was pretty cool. She's a witch, and it looks like she landed at the pumpkin patch, grabbed a pumpkin, and she's flying out. So I thought I could put that in the middle of a bag too.
Do you have all these Halloween projects to put in these bags?
I got a lot of Halloween projects. Halloween is probably one of my higher.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Samplers is by far the highest number of projects I have, but Halloween is second. So,
Okay.
Yep. So then I found she was in there too, so I ordered that one for a bag.
Cute.
Yep. And then this was I ordered this. It's a really big tomato. I mean, it's big. There. I think some people have made this, and she was always out of the pattern. It's by Bird Brain Designs. There's the but it's huge. It's pretty dang big. So I finally got that. This I got on the shop hop too. It's for a quilt that looks like a flag. I just thought it was so pretty. And then this was up at, oh, what's that one?
Sandstone Quarry quilts.
Yeah, Quarry Quilts and Yarns. And this is a quick zip bag. There's the picture of them. And then she had kits made up. And so I just got a kit. It has loons. So I'll make one of these bags, see how they go. Because they're not very big. They're 6 by 8. So I thought that'd be kind of a nice size bag for putting your threads in.
Yeah, little notions bag.
Yep. You're up, kiddo.
Well, I got up at Cutting Edge Quilt Shop in Rush City, Minnesota. They're doing kind of a sew along with this. It's a Lori Holt, To Each Their Home, Pieces from My Heart. Oh no, this is Sandy Gervais. But the fabric is Lori Holt. So I got, and then I got this is the background for the blocks, and this is the background for the houses, and I haven't picked out my outer border yet. So that's that. I don't have my bits and pieces that I got, little things at Shop Hops.
Oh, okay.
So then they had it at each shop we went to in our section. If you spent, was it $10, you could buy a spool of thread for $1.
Yep.
And then when we went to all, was there 6?
I think so. That sounds right.
Once you completed that section, you get stamped at each section. You have a passport that you need a photo ID to get. Then the reward in our section was a pack of rotary cutter blades, the 45 millimeter.
Yep.
So, yeah, so that goes on every year, first part of August. So we just did one day and did local ones. So, yeah.
So then plans, tomorrow and Thursday we're heading to the Wisconsin Quilt Show. So
In Madison.
we decided to do an overnighter, and we're gonna stop at JJ Stitches and Country Sampler
Yeah.
on our way.
And then if we have any money left, we'll go to the show.
Yeah. The Wisconsin show is better to me than the Minnesota show. It's bigger. I don't know. It just is. I like the Minnesota show. The last few years that we went, they were allowing more and more like garment sellers to come in, and jewelry, and even though we heard people talking while we were there that they said there were other shops that wanted to get in and stuff, but they let in more like, they were like clothing vendors and stuff. So the Wisconsin quilt show is better, and they have a lot of lectures, they have a lot of classes. It's really nice. And I went last year by myself, but this year she's coming with me.
Yeah. As long as we don't have to get up, at 3 in the morning to get down there.
Right, because last year I went by myself, so I just went.
It's 4 hours
Yeah.
from LeAnn's house.
So I went by myself, and I just drove there, went to the show, and drove home. So, But this year we're going to add on. So we'll go see JJ Stitches. Sewing Seeds is my favorite quilt store, and that's in New Ulm. But JJ Stitches, that's pretty close to Sewing Seeds. So
Yep, and then Country Sampler is both.
yeah, both fabric and cross stitch. So
Yeah.
and I don't remember when the last time we were at Country Sampler. A year ago, for my birthday trip.
That could have been. A year ago. It'll be a year ago next month.
Yeah, because we went in October, didn't we?
Well, that's when we went down to Manna.
Oh, that's right. Yep, we did.
So we've been there since then.
Yep, we have.
Yeah. Okay. And then we, in 3 weeks.
Yeah, we go down to the Stitchery Nook for 3 days for their retreat.
Oh, but maybe it's only like 2 weeks from Thursday. Oh, where does the time go? Yeah,
I don't know.
It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Thursday.
Yeah, and they do it Thursday through Sunday, and we're going Thursday through Saturday because Jeannie needs to be home for Sunday. So
yeah,
we're gonna go down for 3 days there and stitch. And that's everybody in our little. We FaceTime on Saturday nights with Diane from BA Blessing, and then Charlotte and Mary are our friends, and Mary Beth, and so they'll all be there. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll have fun with them.
Little mini retreat, and she has such a nice retreat center there. We're
Right.
not staying at the retreat center, but we'll be stitching there during the day.
Right. And in her store is. I don't have any problem spending money at her store.
Well, you stitch for a while and you get kind of a sore shoulder.
Or you get a kink, you got to get up and walk around.
So you might as well go downstairs.
Might as well. Oh, dear.
Yeah. So that will be that. And then I think that's it for
September.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what we have planned for October yet. It's too far away. I know you haven't done a birthday trip, and I haven't done a birthday trip.
Well, your 2024 birthday trip was done last October.
Right. But usually, lately I thought it's better to do a birthday trip before the snow hits, because my birthday's in January.
Oh, but we've done them.
I know we have, but you have very short daylight time then in
Yes.
January.
Yes.
So if I think of something before the snow hits, we'll let you know.
Yeah. Welcome Stitchery has another welcome weekend in November,
But
and we're
it's
on the
full.
waiting list
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
full.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's.
Believe it or not, our tables are.
Ooh, but we're at an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't really talked, so we'll talk real fast and then we'll sign off. And
Okay, we're going to sign off, but I got to pick up my
Yeah.
fob from the floor.
so enjoy the fall weather.
Yeah,
we're in the Burr months, I
Yeah.
guess, is what people say.
The Burr months?
September,
Oh,
October.
okay. I
and
thought
the
what is
burr.
it's not cold.
No, it's
Oh, it's beautiful.
months.
Oh. Yeah, the Minnesota Fair just ended yesterday. It was the last day. Our humidity is only in 47%. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. So
Yeah.
we'll thanks for sticking with us, and
Yep.
we'll see you
And
next
keep the
month.
favorite granddaughter in your prayers so
Yeah.
her collarbone
Her
heals
collarbone.
fastly. Yeah.
She's got those young bones. She'll heal fast.
And she likes milk.
Oh, that's
I was
good.
pushing the milk and she says, Grandma, why? It'll grow those bones real strong. So,
Right.
yep. Okay.
So we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye, guys.